the off-season acquisition of Pickens been enough to mask the loss of Micah Parsons, RC, or how do you see this?
Are we asking what's the better acquisition, or are we
That's
asking
fair. We can go that way.
George Pickens? Oh, well, let me show you how I'm standing then. Y'all know who do this after he get one of his 12.5 sacks on the season? Y'all see how Micah Parsons be standing over there after he get the Jared Goff, all the times he got the Jared Goff, starting on the first week when he tracked him down like a freaking lion chasing a gazelle. It is Micah Parsons, and it's not even a question. I get it. What George Pickens is now doing for Dak Prescott is beautiful. You know, if CeeDee Lamb is doubled up, the safety is leaning towards CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens can make plays. But guess what? George Pickens is only in Dallas for a good time. Micah Parsons is in Green Bay for a long time. You're going to build a tradition of winning around Micah Parsons. You're going to continue to draft that defense and that offense and those special teams based on the fact that you know you have a historical player, 12-plus sacks in the first 5 years of his career, making history and becoming someone who's going to have a jersey in Canton to state that. That's who Micah Parsons is. Micah Parsons has changed the entire face of this defense. This defense is now something that they can't be and weren't without him. Has Dak Prescott and George Pickens combination elevated Dallas? Yes, but not in the way I feel Micah Parsons has in Green Bay.
Stephen A.?
Boy, you lying.
RC.
Oh, my God.
Which one? Which one?
Go ahead, Cam. Go ahead, Cam.
Ooh, y'all mad. They mad.
They just don't have the room where they're at in their remote studios to be able to stand up and do all the things that you were doing.
They can't stand up like me.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, fortunately for this particular celebration, I don't have to stand up because we've been seeing this all year. And it's one of those things. It's one of those things that when you say Ryan Clark, he's here for a long time, not a short time, you don't know that. So you can't say that. What George Pickens, Mr. Crash Out as I call him, has shown this year, he's exceeded expectations. And you want to know who's turning the clock and saying, like, yo, that's somebody that got away. Well, ask the Pittsburgh Steelers. Your Pittsburgh Steelers, Ryan Clark. Your Pittsburgh Steelers, Stephen Anthony. If they would want George Pickens back, George Pickens has literally said, hey, hold on. CeeDee Lamb, hey, you straight, bro. Respectfully. Now, if you don't doggone pick up your level of play, we have another person that's going to force you to make sure that you pick up your level of play. Now, the thing that you start to think about and you start to say, like I said earlier, we're not used to the Dallas Cowboys playing this way. We're used to the Dallas Cowboys leaning on a strong offensive line. We're used to the Dallas Cowboys leaning on a run game. Well, this week or this year, they've reverse engineered that. Instead of having a run game that opens up the pass game, we're going to have a pass game that opens up the run game. So now if we do go to the playoffs in the Dallas Cowboys, we have something that we've never been able to attack teams with. Why? In the last 20 years, I look at, is Terry Glenn and Terrell Owens an option? No, that's not it. Is Miles Austin and Dez Bryant an option? No, that's not it. Well, is Dez Bryant and Terrence Williams an option? Absolutely. What about CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks? No. What George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb offers and gives the Dallas Cowboys is something that the Dallas Cowboys has never had in their whole overall existence. And that's what makes this team completely different than any other team we've ever seen in Dallas.
I get what you're saying, but actually both of y'all are wrong. I think the answer to this question is determined by what's going to happen come playoff time. That's what I believe. I think that both of them have look, let me explain. Allow me to explain. Both of them are so exceptional right now. What's going to make us determine this? Think about this for a second. You want to go long term? We ain't going long term. We in the here and now. Let's live in the moment. I'm sure y'all can appreciate that, okay? Let's live in the moment, all right? Let's go with Micah Parsons first, right? 12.5 sacks. First player in NFL history to have at least 12 sacks his first 5 years in NFL. First player in NFL history. Not Reggie White, not Lawrence Taylor, nobody like that. Not Bruce Smith, not anybody. I mean, this brother right here, okay? That's number one. Number 35 pressures, tied for first in the National Football League, okay? Quarterback hits, tied for third. 12 tackles for a loss, tied for fifth right now. Last game, 38.5% of his pass rushes on Thursday. Highest in the game since his rookie year. This is what the brother is doing. We're talking about Micah Parsons. But let's get to George Pickens here. 1,142 yards already, 8 touchdowns already. Second in receiving yards in the league behind Njigba. 18 20-plus yard receptions. Tied for, second behind Njigba. Okay, 60 catches for first downs. Leads the National Football League. Career high 8 touchdown passes. Third with 15.6 yards per reception. Fifth in terms of the 68% success rate. Look at what the hell this man is doing, and look at what he did when CeeDee Lamb was out. And look at what he did last week when CeeDee Lamb struggled. What I'm saying to you is this. What a receiver can do in terms of maximizing his potential, this brother is doing that to the point where we got to look at the Steelers and say, all right, management, the hell you let him go for? Because you didn't have a quarterback. Had you had a quarterback, he probably wouldn't have wanted to leave. So you got to take that into consideration, right? But here we are in Dallas, and we see what he's doing. And if Dallas makes a run and they get to the playoffs, oh, my Lord, particularly with that offense, we got to look the hell out. You on Green Bay, you Micah Parsons. Yeah, your defense is looking all right. It's looking pretty spectacular, actually. But if Jordan Love stepping up or not, how much is it going to be contingent on that? We're going to find out. In the end, we got to look at Micah Parsons and George Pickens. We know both are big time. We know both has transformed their respective offense, defense, etc. But the playoffs are going to tell us what time it is if both of them are there.
Yep.
Stephen
because
A,
one's going to show up.
All right.
You know who really won in this? David Mulugeta, because you remember Jerry said he didn't have to talk to the agent last time. Well, guess who else his client is? George Pickens.
Got it in that bag. All right, we got to leave this one here. Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes are in uncharted territory with both of their teams sitting at 500. Which situation are we more concerned about? Plus, Caleb Williams and Jalen Hurts square off today. Which offense do we have more faith in ahead of this pivotal NFC showdown?